And we're live.
Hello, Tracey Kitching. Great to see you again.
I'm loving these fortnightly chats, Reena, and it's great when it's just the two of us like it's going to be today, and it's great when we have guest speakers on because we get another perspective in our world of AI for businesses.
Absolutely. Well, you really made me laugh, Tracey. Welcome, everyone. It's so good to see you here. It's really good to see you here. And Tracey and I really enjoy this engagement with you and the follow-ups that we have. So let's chat AI is our fortnightly topic. And we are going to talk today about the AI tools for business. And Tracey, just going back to why you made me laugh, I was reading your post on LinkedIn, and you were talking about, how some people generate an email to introduce themselves to people, and they start with, "I hope this email finds you well."
I know. Look, it's one of my biggest bugbears is, how like some people just have a thing. And for me, it's receiving emails. And I think that day I received about 5 emails and it just got to me. And I was sitting in my car and I said, I have to get this off my chest because otherwise it's going to kill me. But yes, it's one of those things that you can definitely tell, especially with Microsoft Copilot or even in like ChatGPT and any other ones you're using in like Google. It's automatic for those AIs to start with, I hope this email finds you well.
Yeah.
Because that's how it's been trained by the bigwigs, and it hasn't been trained on you and your style. And way back when we were writing letters, back at school, we were taught that's how you start writing a letter. I hope this letter finds you well, or I hope this finds you in good spirits, all those classic lines. But these days, because AI has been trained on that, by the bigwigs, it's really easy to identify. And to me, and others may not feel this way, but to me, that feels lazy, and I'm going to call people out on it. So, because you haven't trained your AI to write like you. And if you write like that, then I suggest you get a bit of a personality, because it's one of those things, as I say, I'm polarizing. I know some people really like writing that way. But for me, I like to see a bit of oomph in an email if it's coming to me. I like to be engaged by the email, and it needs to capture me within the first 5 seconds of reading it. So, yeah, I sort of apologize, but I had to highlight it. I know I get very passionate about things, especially when they bug me. So, yes, so if you are writing emails, please don't be lazy. Please.
Tracey leads us into our good subject, our first point today,
Yes.
in relation to copywriting tools.
Absolutely. And Reena, I'd love to share my screen because I have a lot of tabs open, should I say. Yep, let's do the entire screen. Not that screen, that screen. There we go. There we are. So for me, copywriting tools, now there's some big major ones out there. Obviously, ChatGPT is out there, Claude, Gemini, Grok is out there too, if you like something a little bit sassier. There's obviously Copilot with Microsoft. Now, some of these others may not be known, and that's Content at Scale and Jasper. Now, I'm just going to show you, I've got mine on my Claude here. Oh, look at that. Your name's up there, Reena. This is just my chat history. And then I love Claude because you can have projects and have your clients or have specific projects in there. So it's like a filing system. And I love that because within each project or file, as you'd like to say, so here, course creator, it's got different chats, but it's all based on your same project knowledge. So that's really cool. And then obviously we have ChatGPT, where you can have GPTs there. You can explore to find them to help you write things. You can also create projects and within ChatGPT now, and also have things written in what they call Canva or Canvas. And in that, actually, OpenAI has just released a new edition or new, I suppose, tool within it, is that once you've produced something in their Canvas, it can actually be downloaded in PDF, in MD, which is Markdown, or in Microsoft Word. So there's no need now to go and reformat. It copies and pastes in the exact format that you need. So that's really cool. The other one I said was Grok. So I personally don't use Grok, but I know a lot of people use Grok, and it is associated with X. So, it can tweet and do all of that sort of stuff. And the other one I really wanted to is by Brandwell, brandwell.ai, and this is also called Content at Scale. So what you can do here is pop in your blogs or your create an analysis of keywords, especially if you're writing blogs or you're writing articles or you're writing even social media posts, to get the correct keywords. It helps you with that. It can also improve your content if you're after a certain target market. It can help you also improve your topic reports and a content brief. What I really love about it, though, is, let me just do this.
And is there a cost for this one, Tracey?
Yeah, unfortunately, this one does come at a cost, and it is quite expensive. So the other writing tool, the reason I use it is because I'm really conscious of the fact that I use AI to write my stuff a lot. But I don't want it sounding like AI. So I will always double check to make sure it sounds like human written, because I do have my AI trained on how I write. So there's an AI detector, and there's also a plagiarism checker. Now, a lot of people, especially if you're doing reports and things like that, you don't want to be plagiarizing. You want to be able to know how to cite different articles. So that's a really good thing. And I know a lot of school kids and universities, they use plagiarism checkers as well, just to make sure that they haven't plagiarized and it's all ready to go. So that's a really cool thing. The other one is Jasper. Now, I don't have access to that because I don't use it, but I did used to use it when I was an EA and I was writing for my boss. Jasper is, well, back then, it's improved nowadays, but back then it was very clunky to use. So I don't suggest it in regards to use it as a copywriting tool, but they're out there. The other ones, the next wanted to say, were image generators, and you can have a lot of fun with image generators, and you can also go down a rabbit hole and spend a lot of hours doing it. So obviously in ChatGPT, it's associated with DALL-E. So I create my thumbnails in here, and as you can see, we're looking pretty young there. Pretty all over the place. But there's also Flux Laura. Now, flux/AI.io is great at generating images, but it's also fabulous at generating videos.
Okay.
All right. So it can, you would have seen all those, what are they called? The doll things. hanging around all the internet. Well, now you're able to turn them into quick videos and cat videos and all the rest of it. So there's lots of different aspects to it. I am not an expert in that. I don't ever claim to be an expert in that one. Someone who is will give a shout. Sorry?
Actually, on that one, are you aware if it can impersonate your actual voice?
No, not voice. But there are other tools called 11 Labs that can full on replicate your voice. It does require some training, but it will really replicate it very well. Someone I wanted to give a big shout out to, and he's very big in the image generation aspect, and that's Jonathan Mast.
Yes.
Connect with him if you haven't, and you're really interested in image generation. He is brilliant at that. So I wanted to give a shout out there. The other one is, which a lot of people use, which is Midjourney. Now, Midjourney is really good for creating just pictures, and can I think Midjourney is the one where you can actually recreate a picture of yourself. So that's really good there. But as I say, I'm not brilliant at this stuff. I have other people that do it for me if I need to. So there's that. The other ones that have the other one that's popped up recently, which you would have seen a lot of videos of, is the Gemini VEO3. Now, it produces an 8-second video, and some people have been very, very clever, and they do several 8-second videos, and they pop them together and create a ad. So for businesses, if you're into ad creation, you can create a little ad for your business, and it's very clever, and it doesn't replicate your voice. It uses other voices, and it won't use your image, but it will use your logo, I believe. So you can get very specific in that regards. The next ones I wanted to quickly talk about are presentation, when you have to present oh my gosh, my brain's gone dead. Who happened?
Is that Gamma?
Yes.
Tracey? Yeah, Gamma. We love Gamma, don't we?
We do. So this is my Gamma area, and I have a lot of Gammas that are ready to go. And it's purely because I've been doing a lot of course creation at the moment, and they're brilliant for that. So, and I absolutely love it. So, and the thing is also with Gammas is that you, like if I did create a new one, you can, I'll do generate. So you can create a presentation, you can create a web page, you can create documents, and you can create social media images and posts. Okay. So it's pretty cool. This is like a generate one. So this is an AI one, and you can describe what you'd like to happen. So I did that earlier because I wanted to see what I could do for this, and I did AI tools for businesses. And yes, a lot of the time, unless you're uploading your information, this was AI generated, but if you're uploading your information, it's brilliant. You don't have that much editing to do. But this I would need to go through and edit because it didn't get everything I wanted. But yeah, it's pretty good. There's you get 8 free slides, and then you can play around with it. One statistic I absolutely loved was there's been a year-on-year 30% increase in AI adoption. So I thought, and the workload reduction and productivity boost. So I just think that's excellent. And why wouldn't you use AI to help you with that?
On that point, Tracey, today's productivity day.
Yes.
And I did a post on productivity.
Awesome. Awesome. I actually haven't been on LinkedIn today. Can you believe it? So I actually haven't seen it. Can you tell me a little bit more about that while we go to the next slide?
Yes, I've got Brady on there, and I met Brady at a convention, the Hospital Engineers Annual Convention in Sydney, and he was there as a Dulux ambassador. So it was at the program stand, and it was really lovely to see him. He's so patient and loving, and yeah, it was great. But I thought he'd be a wonderful post for me.
Oh, that's awesome. That is so cool. And on that productivity aspect, I'd love to talk about now, because in Copilot, you can actually do PowerPoint presentations and use the AI Copilot to help you with those as well. But they do need a lot of editing. So that's just another one. I don't use Microsoft Copilot, and I'm fully out there about that. I'm more of a Google person. So that's awesome. Now, transcription and recording. I absolutely love Fathom as my note taker, and it records my meetings as well. Because the reason I say that, and I'm going to go to, I'll just go to Alex. Had a meeting with Alex the other day. And what it does is it gives you not only a summary, which is brilliant, it gives you the full transcript. And then you can also ask Fathom anything about what happened in the meeting to get the answer. It also gives you actions to take from the meeting. And then it also has any questions in there. So you can go in and get the action, like click on it and it will play it, and then it will give you the answer. So if you forget anything throughout your meeting, then you can go back to that and it picks it up. So I thought that's a brilliant tool.
And Tracey, how does that actually work with Calendly? Can you just explain to people how they...
Yeah, so what happens is it's not actually Calendly that it hooks up with. You do need another recording. So whether that's Zoom or here on Riverside, it will actually pick it up, and you do a connection request and it will go into your meetings. So I think you can actually also hook it up to Teams as well, Microsoft Teams. You can hook it up to your Google Meet, and obviously you can hook it up to Zoom as well. So I just find it gives it's instantaneous. You don't need to wait for it to upload. It actually, as soon as your meeting is finished, the link is created and you can share the link with the other people that are in the meeting. And you can also then go, and what I do is I take the full transcript and I run it through my Claude and one of my Claude projects, and I create meeting minutes out of it and actions. So that are a little bit more detailed for what I require.
Yeah.
So they're really cool. And let's see, and Riverside. I wanted to give you a little look into Riverside because Riverside's great as well. I don't think I have it up here. Hang on. I don't know if this is going to stuff up my thing, but this is what Riverside looks like. So, yeah, recording in progress. Yes, it is. But what you can do, like if I go home, these are recent recordings that we've done for our Let's Chat. And what you can do is you can use AI to chop it up into shorter bite-sized pieces. But what you can also do is, because obviously we use this as a podcast and we put it on YouTube, it creates the show notes for you and gives you all of the keywords that you need. So about what it's about. So it does save time, and that's what we're about, productivity. It's saving time. So that's really cool. I love that one as well, which is why we use it. And let me see, automation and agents is our last section of our topic today. So one of them is called make.com. And this is the automation I mainly use for my clients as well as for myself. Now, this is one of my automations, and it's for my Google Gmail. So what it does is every hour, I've got this one set. It goes into my emails and reads them, and then sorts them into categories for me. So it labels them and sorts them into the labels on my Gmail. And then I have it so, and I've talked about this before, in one of mine, it's like a sales one, prospective clients. And what it does is it reads the email. I have it connected with my Claude API, and it's all trained on how I write and all about my business. And then what it does is it produces a draft in my Gmail. So at the end of the day, or when I have time, when I've scheduled some time in to go through my emails, I go into my drafts, I give my human look over it, and then I send it off. So that's what I do there. It saves so much time. Make has also started AI agents as well, which is a little bit more complicated because the agents actually think for themselves. So that's a little bit more complicated. The other automation is N8N, and that is a little bit more complicated than Make. I choose Make because it is easier. And the other AI agent, is called Manus. Now, we've all heard of everyone talking about Manus. And Manus is great for creating web apps and doing research. So I love those ones, and it's really, really good, like LinkedIn scraping. But yeah. And the other one I wanted to talk about today is Google Gemini for research, because a lot of businesses, we need to research our competitors. We need to research for board meetings and things like that. And Gemini is brilliant for that because it gives you all the citations and all the references all at the end. So as an example, my daughter had to do some research on gun violence in America and Australia, and it produced this report for her. And what it does is it actually, I'll just quickly run through right to the end because it's a long, long report. That's the other thing. You can say how many pages you want it to be or anything like that, but we wanted a lot of information. So, and it produces tables in there too. I think I just went past the table. There we are. So it produces tables, and then all your citations are here. So all of your references. And they go through a lot of references that are used in sources used in the report, and they go right through. So I think there was about 125 references that were used for this one report.
Incredible.
All right. So that's really cool. And then from there, what happens is you can actually export it and create something then based on that. But you can export it straight to your Google Doc area, and it comes up as a report. And all the tables that are in there come up as tables in your Google Doc.
Oh, that is fantastic.
So there's no mucking around with like reformatting and things like that. So that's my little explanation today, and I'm just going to stop sharing.
Fantastic. Well, it's been jammed, Tracey, with information. There's a lot that we can all take away and start implementing, and it's a great day to start implementing.
It really is.
Activity day, so
it is. And you know what? One of the things someone was asking me the other day was, I want to use AI, but where do I start? And that's a whole nother topic that we'll talk about at another time. But one thing is choose one AI that is in a certain area. So whether it's copywriting or whether it's a presentation like Gamma,
Mm-hmm.
or whether it's doing an automation, like I wouldn't start with automation, but I would start with maybe the copywriting tools and have a play, because you cannot harm it.
Sure.
The only thing is, don't feed it personal information or data sensitive information about your business.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's the other warning I don't know if anyone has seen come out that I really wanted to express today is ChatGPT. A court in America has required OpenAI to keep all data that is uploaded, whether you have asked it to save it or not, and even deleted data is saved by the company.
Okay.
So just a quick warning there.
Mm-hmm.
So do with that as you will, but there is warnings out there now from a court in America. So yeah, so that's sort of my little take on the best tools. There's many tools out there, but I find these are the easiest and these are the most common that that businesses use. So have a go. Reach out to yourself, Reena, because you're great with all this sort of stuff as well. And feel free to reach out to me. I'll be putting some links in the comments section and having that happen.
Absolutely. And people, a lot of us might not know where to start. There's so much information out there, and this is where Tracey can really help you. So please click on the link below and, let's get this happening. As you said, the uptake of AI was 30%, Tracey?
Yeah, year on year. So people are using it, they're trying it, which is great.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. Well, it's a pleasure to have you all here today. Great to see you. And we both look forward to seeing you in a fortnight's time. Have a wonderful weekend. All the best.
Bye now.
Bye for now.